Welcome to Oceanside, California for the U-16-17 U.S. Soccer Development Academy playoffs. Today's match features Beach FC taking on Cedar Stars Academy-Monmouth. I'm your host, Mark Serban. It's a pleasure to be with you as it is match day 3 in the U-16-17 girls playoffs, and it is number 17 Beach FC facing off against the number 32 seed Cedar Stars, and both of these teams have a chance to go through to the quarterfinals, which will be held on Saturday. Both of these teams also coming in with 2-0 records, but because Cedar Stars has a +5 goal difference to Beach FC's +3 goal difference, Cedar Stars only need a draw today to go through, while Beach FC need all 3 points. So the players are out onto the field. So we take a look at their first 2 match days for Beach FC. It was a 1-0 win against Charlotte Soccer Academy, and they followed that up with a 2-0 victory over Sporting Blue Valley. Well, for Cedar Stars, they opened up with a 2-0 win over Sporting Blue Valley and followed that up with a 4-1 victory against Charlotte Soccer Academy, with Wendy Fisher scoring all 4 goals. She has 5 goals through the 2 playoff games so far. It's a good look at your referees for this crucial contest. In the middle is David Ramirez Marquez out of Cal South. He's assisted by Kyle Fullen from Utah. Matt Struble will be the assistant referee on the far side. He's out of Ohio North. And the man in between the benches is Max Seeger, the 4th official from Minnesota. So we are getting set for kickoff here on the final match day of the girls U-16-17 playoffs. And after 90 minutes, one of these teams will have punched their ticket to the quarterfinals. Will it be the number 17 seed Beach FC, who stands atop Group G, or will it be the number 32 Cedar Stars, the last team into the playoffs, to be one of the last 8 teams standing when all is said and done? Good look at Beach FC in their all-white kits with black numbers. Came into these playoffs finishing 3rd in the Southeast Division with a record of 29-7. And this is a very strong side coming out of one of the best conferences in the country in the Southwest Division. Claire Gaston looking to lead the Cedar Stars group. It is a team that has had 1 shutout in these playoffs so far, coming on match day 1, and just 1 goal conceded through the first 2 games. Gaston, according to head coach Nick LaBracca, is explosive, great in the air, and good with her feet. And a look at her opposite number, Samantha Ciccone, is getting her 33rd appearance of the season for Beach FC. As we are underway, it is Cedar Stars Academy-Monmouth, who are in green with black stripes, and they will bring the ball forward as they're looking to fashion the game's first attack. But the ball rolls out of bounds, and it will be a throw-in for Beach FC out of Long Beach. Long Beach, just about an hour north from here. But of course, with traffic in Southern California, that could be 3 or 4 hours. Cahalan plays it inside, but the offside flag is up. So it'll be a free kick for Cedar Stars Academy, who are led by former MLS midfielder Nick LaBracca. This will be a free kick for Chloe Curcio, who head coach Nick LaBracca said is the glue to our defense. The ball over the top. Yoakum is on it. In a foot race with McClin. Yoakum able to drag the ball across. But it's Beach FC who will come away with it. Now Cedar Stars looking to press. This will go out of bounds for a throw-in for Beach FC. This one headed away, and it'll be another throw-in for Beach FC. Really battle-tested Beach FC team have already played the 4 top teams in the DA this season. whether it be in the Southwest Division play or in showcases. A very young team, too. Tanner Cahalan is the only O2 on this roster. Everybody else, 03 or younger. As this one knotted out, so it'll be a throw-in for Cedar Stars. This will be another throw-in for Ashley McClin, who's committed to Cal. Head coach Jeff Joyner said that this season, McClin has taken her game to a whole new level. He's really happy with the work that she has put in. So ball won back by Cahalan. McClin, roll it over to the far side. That's a good outlet ball for McClin. Now Beach FC look to go the other way as they build down the right. It's a good run from Koumans on the far side. She swings it in, and it was cut out before it could reach Gamero. DePriest gets it forward to Koumans. This one played forward, looking for the run of Fisher. Scored all 4 goals in that 4-1 victory against Charlotte Soccer Academy. Also scored in the 2-0 win against Sporting Blue Valley, Wendy Fisher. So this will go out for a Beach FC throw-in on the far side. Curcio steps up to win it. Droner battling in midfield. Lovely pirouette to get away from the pressure. Intercepted by Gizi. Gamero. 21 goals on the season for Carmen Gamero. Cahalan gets it outside for Koumans. Still going Koumans. Cahalan is unable to shimmy past her defender. And it's Cedar Stars who will come away with it. Won by McClin. Igizi. Hit a great ball by Gianna DePriest over to the far side. Little touch on, looking for Koumans, but it's swept away by Silverman. So it'll be a throw-in for Beach FC on the far side. Is looking forward to Zagizi. Zagizi was a recent call-up to U.S. National Team 03 camp. Is gassed in well out of her goal, and it's safety first for her. That'll be a throw-in for McGlynn. Cedar Stars Academy just need a draw to win Group G. Beach FC need all 3 points. So the throw-in looking for Gamero. Gamero trying to muscle her way through. Crowded out in the end, and this spot down by Fisher. Little touch off, and the ball over the top looking for Yoakum. Yoakum lobs it over the head of McClin, but coming across in cover is Karan, and what a lovely spin from Karan. Able to keep possession as she gets it back from McGlynn. She's dispossessed. Yoakum plays it to the back post, and it's cleared away by Bloom, and then swept out by McGlynn. So good interception and quick transition from Cedar Stars Academy. but it was Bloom who was getting back. Taylor Bloom playing 2 years up. It's also a recent call up to an 04 camp. This one looking back. Droner was unable to find the return ball for Yoakum.
Well done, Droner. Go again. Go again. And you go. And we all go.
McLean. Header won by Theobald. Gamero squeezes and wins it back. Quickly has the ball taken off her foot. And it's Crucio. So unable to find Yoakum on the near side. Back to Curcio. Headed away by McLean. Well shielded by Theobald. And now she's looking to keep possession as she will get it back to Frick. Frick's pass cut off by Agizi. Nice spin from Gahalen. And it's Escandon to bring it down the far side. Gets it forward for DeMelo. Michaela DeMelo dispossessed. And Escandon, the longest tenured player on this Beach FC side, wins the first header. Is now tracking back on Fisher. And she fouls Fisher, so it's going to be a free kick for Cedar Stars. It's the Cedar Stars side that needed to win their last 3 games of the season in order to make it into these playoffs. What did they do? They went on a 5-game win streak when you add in these 2 playoff victories on match day 1 and 2. Nick LaBracca saying everybody looks at our record and they don't take us seriously, and that serves as real motivation for us. Said that the team was playing really well in the beginning of the season and bounces just weren't going their way. They're getting unlucky. Some results went against them. He said, but the team stuck together. They stayed positive together and they grew together. And he said, when I saw that, I knew that once we started to get some results to go our way, that this was going to turn into something special. Now his team are fighting for a chance to go through to the quarterfinals. Gamero gets her head on it. And this will roll over the touchline, so it's going to be a throw-in for Chloe Curcio. Middletown, New Jersey native is going to leave it off. This will be a throw-in for Beach FC. McGlynn's long throw. Curcio gets in the center. The flick on looking for Droner. Droner is trying to pop it over the top for Yoakum. Had to come back for it. Couldn't keep it in bounds. This one bounces past the Gizi. Over to the far side. Silverman advancing. And DeMelo gets a foot in. Camaro brings it down. I think Easy will leave this throwing off. So up to take it is McLean. Waiting for her teammates to get their shape. Zagizi checks out, and Cahalan checks in. Instead, the ball goes down the line. Cahalan in support, but instead, it's Cedar Stars to go the other way. Theobald will roll it out wide. This is Elizabeth Droner on the ball. Has the overlap from Yoakum. Droner instead tries to send it in. And it's Bloom who's on it. Into DePriest, who will sweep it to the far side for Eskendon. And now space for Agizi. Gliding forward is DeMelo. Has Kuman shaping up out wide, and will leave it off for her. Kuman's thought about measuring across, and instead will elect to keep possession. Eskendon gets it in to DePriest. Rolls it over for Agizi. And Agizi takes the inside route. And runs into a massive green jerseys, and they conspire to win it back. And it's rolled into the feet of Yoakum. It's 3-on-3 if they can hurry. Into the feet of Fisher. Fisher. Yoakum. So the throw in for Yoakum. Yoakum was trying to swing in the early cross. Instead, it's going to bounce through for Ciccone. McClin saunters forward. A bit too much pace on that ball, looking for Agizi. Far side, Capodano. That'll be a free kick for Eskendon. She's going to leave this one off, and it's rolled into DePriest. McGlynn at walking pace, assessing her options. Bloom, far side Eskendon. Eskendon taking the space she's offered. Now she pumps one into the box, and it's cleared away. Only as far as DeMelo. DeMelo trying to waltz through the defense. Kuman's cross is blocked, but it will be the first corner kick of the game, and it goes the way of the California side. Bloom has made her way into the box. As it comes through, quickest to is Gamero, but it's swept clear. So this will be a throw-in for Lucy Curran. She'll leave this for Eskendon, who's coming back. McClin. And the pass picked off by Bruno. Bruno steps into it, and letting it fly wide of the target is Ciccone so that she can have the goal kick. Bruno electing to have a go. I thought she could have taken a bit more space before stepping into it. And this is Taylor Bloom. Gets it inside. Gamero, little touch off for Agizi. Gamero continues her run, and Agizi supplies her with the ball. Camaro to Priest. Flights it over the far side for Koumans, who's coming back from an offside position. So it'll be a free kick for Silverman on the far side. Lily Frick out of Rumson, New Jersey will take the free kick following that offside. Launches this one forward. Geezy. Slipped in for DeMelo. Has Camaro ahead of her. DeMelo running at Frick. Gets past Frick. Referee brings her down, and the referee points to the spot. Chance for Beach FC to take the lead from 12 yards out. And it's Camaro, the 15-year-old, looking for her 22nd goal of the season and a chance to give Beach FC the early lead. As it was a bursting run through from DeMelo, and Frick brought her down. So Camaro steps up, saved! And falling on it is Claire Gaston. Well, head coach Nick LaBracca said she was explosive, and you saw that there as she flew across her goal to make the save on the penalty kick from Camaro. LaBracca saying of her, whichever college grabs her, it will be big time for them. And she showed her credentials there. Is this a push from behind? DePriest quickly takes it out wide for Koumans. Koumans looks into the box. Now looking to drive in. Still going Koumans. Met Frick, who got all ball on the challenge. Throwing looking for Koumans. Top of the box, intercepted. Here comes Cedar Stars Academy as Droner had it poked off her foot. Yoakum drills it forward, just beyond Fisher, and a chance could be on. And coming out to tidy up for Beach FC was the goalkeeper. It was alert play from Ciccone, and now it's opened things up for Geezy going the other way. Now flying forward is DeMelo again. It's another menacing run, but the ball looking for Koumans a bit too far ahead of her. And it's cleared into touch by Cedar Stars. Koumans is going to leave this thrown off for Escandon. The captain gets it to the top of the box for Geezy. It's Cahalan, rather. Koumans loves taking players on. Didn't get around him this time, but does win another throw-in for Beach FC. Frick's header away. Camaro onto the loose ball. Cross pumped in. Was cleared away by Crucio. Koumans in the corner. Poked away from her, but right to Escandon. Out wide for Koumans. There will be another throw-in for Beach FC. Quickly taken in for Kumans. She whips this into an interesting position. Easy arriving. A goal kick, but good work from Kumans to get that cross into the box. Nagizi with a good delayed run, just couldn't direct her effort on target. So at the midway point of this first half, it's still 0-0 between Beach FC and Cedar Stars Academy. Gamero had a penalty kick saved by Gaston in the Cedar Stars goal. Yoakum with the throw-in. Fisher tried to play it back. It'll be another throw-in for Beach FC. To Priest. McGlynn trying to open it up down the far side. Geezy, beautifully weighted ball for Kumans on the far side. Squares up to Silverman. Gets around her, picks her head up, sends it across. And it's Geezy who will get there first. Spins on the ball. And Bruno wins it back for Cedar Stars Academy. Fisher. McGlynn policing her, and Fisher has to go back with it. Looking over the top. Header won by Karan. McGlynn battling for the second ball. Fisher comes away with it. Fisher looking for the far corner. That was a good hit from Wendy Fisher, looking for her 6th goal of these playoffs. Struck well, drifted just wide of the target. It remains 0-0 in the 25th minute as it's won in midfield by Cedar Stars, who are looking to attack again. Bloom comes away with it and sends it down the line, looking for DeMelo. It will be a throw-in for DeMelo and company on the far side. Michaela DeMelo, such an industrious player up and down that wing. And it was her run that won the penalty. However, Beach FC unable to convert, as it was a great save from Claire Gaston in the Cedar Stars goal. And we are 0-0 as we head toward the hour mark. Our half-hour mark, I should say. Agizi. Inside for Cahalan. Rolled out for Kumans. To Priest. DeMelo. And the shot rolls wide of Gaston's goal. So it'll be a goal kick for Cedar Stars. I asked Nick LaBraca what he thought the biggest thing that a player at the U-16-17 level must master before they can move on to the next level. And he said they need to master their minds, the ability to understand themselves, and that there's a solution to every single problem. He said the ones who are ready to move on to the 18-19s and the college level are the ones who know how to problem solve and know how to do it on their own, as that's a heavy challenge in midfield. And it's going to be a talking to, as the yellow card is already out for persistent fouling. So it's Yoakum who goes into the referee's book in the 27th minute. Free kick flighted in. It'll bounce all the way through. Fisher. Number 2's battling. And it will be a throw in for Cedar Stars Academy-Monmouth. Easy. Spin back with it and get it back from McGlynn. Into the middle for Bloom. Beautiful first touch. Knew that she wanted to go out wide with it, so her first touch was in that direction, so she could play it with the second. This time, she rolls it first time into the feet of Karan. Steps in between the center forwards and gives it to Agizi. Agizi finds the feet of Cahalan. Leaves it off for Gamero. Can't skip by the defender. Agizi can. Gets to the byline. And this one played off of Agizi. It'll be a goal kick. Good cover defending from the center back coming over to help Curcio after she had been beaten. It was Lily Frick who read the danger and came over and made the tackle, hitting that ball off Agizi in the process to win the goal kick for Claire Gaston. Priest header. Sent the other way. As McGlynn is back to tidy up. Into the midfield for Cahalan. What a turn from Cahalan. Camaro in a foot race with Yoakum, who wins it. And good job getting back by Yoakum. Nick LaBracca has shuffled his lineup a little bit. Yoakum has gone into the defensive line, and Kelly Degnan has partnered Fisher up top. Degnan started this game as the left back over on the far side. And with Yoakum coming in, the back line shifting, Degnan has now gone up top. Gamero unable to turn Curcio, but it will be a corner kick for Beach FC. It's their second of the game. It's a Beach FC side that has scored 70 goals this season, and they're looking to add one more here and take the lead in the third and final match day in Group G. Just past the half-hour mark in Oceanside. Beach FC with a corner kick. And this one into the side netting. Fisher comes back to intercept. Bruno. One back by DePriest. Inside for Cahalan. Lauren Bruno. Escandon defending on the far side. And the space is open up for Koumans in full flight. Has Agizi. Slides it into her feet. Agizi has the ball poked away from her by Droner, but it falls to Cahalan. Back to DePriest and out wide for Koumans. Koumans measuring an early cross. Thumps the ball to the top of the box. Cleared away by Frick. Now battling forward is Escandon. And she lobs it over the head of the approaching Fisher, right onto the feet of Lucy Coran. McClune has some room to operate. Out wide for Geezy. Just a bit overcooked, and so it will roll out for a goal kick. McGlynn rides the challenge, takes off down the wing, zips it into the middle. Curran steps in. Degnan into the feet of Fisher. And over to intervene is Bloom. Fisher wanted to take it quickly. Now gets it down the line into the feet of Degnan. And Curran flies in to block the cross. But it will be a throw-in for Yoakum and Cedar Stars. Fisher. Curran did well not to concede the corner kick. Yoakum is trying to send it in. Instead, it will roll through to the feet of Ciccone. And you see Ciccone keeping the ball at her feet. And that's something that Jeffrey Joyner really likes. He says he wants to use the keeper as an outfielder to create an 11 versus 10 advantage in order to play through the lines. And they almost did that, but the last ball too far ahead of Cahalan. Yoakum rolls it into the feet of Fisher, who will leave it off. This is Droner. Was able to find Yoakum. Now she launches it. Battle in the corner. Oh, good flight of foot from Degnan, sends it across. And it'll be a goal, corner kick rather. First of the game for Cedar Stars, after some nifty footwork from Kelly Degnan. So McClynn and company taking their positions in the box to defend this corner kick. 5 players getting ready to crash the box in green and black. It's Bruno who will drill it in. And snatching it out of the air is Ciccone. Good distribution from Ciccone. Long ball brought down by Frick. Pops it over the top. And getting back is Bloom. Finds the feet of her keeper in the midfield for DeMelo. Good shielding from DeMelo on the far side. Was intercepted by Capodanno. Koumans has a step on the defender. Still going Koumans. Koumans trying to slalom her way through, but there to meet her is Curcio. Fisher wins the throw-in on the far side for Cedar Stars. So we're in the 37th minute of play. Still 0-0 despite chances at both ends. It's a result that at the moment suits Cedar Stars as they need just the draw to go through. Goal differential, the first tiebreaker, and they are +2 over Beach FC. Droner was unable to readjust to get to that ball. So it'll be a throw-in for McGlynn. Helped on by Cahalan. One back by Theobald. Into the middle for Bruno. Bruno spins to Priest. Slides it inside. Droner had Karan draped over her, and Karan was able to get it away, but the shot thumped in and just wide. Aubrey Silverman nearly picking out the far corner. In the end, it will be a goal kick for Samantha Ciccone. McGlynn coming forward. Easy over the top. Camaro in a foot race with Yoakum, who wins it. Looks like she took a knock on her head, and the referee stopping play right away because it was the possibility of a head injury. And come over and ask her if she's okay. It's good refereeing by David Ramirez Marquez. She got the clear and then fell on the back of her neck. Didn't look comfortable. And so the referee stopping play right away. And now she's going to have to go through the concussion protocol. So Nick LaBracca's side will have to make a temporary substitution. But the good news is that once she's cleared to play Yoakum, she can come back in. And Mia Gresti, who is coming on, can go out, but will still be able to re-enter the game later on. So the medical staff for U.S. Soccer going through the concussion protocol with Shea Yoakum. And Mia Gresti will come on for her 8th appearance of the season. Monmouth Beach native, described as very smooth on the ball, has a great pass presser, and also has a very high IQ when it comes to reading the game. So it'll be another throw-in for McGlynn. This time it's back for Karan. Ball beyond a Priest. And played over. And turning on the afterburners is Droner, but it will roll out of bounds. The trainer has just given the thumbs up to the 4th official, so Yoakum will be able to come back on. And so Agresti comes back off and Yoakum returns. Good to see that Shea Yoakum's all right. This time it'll be McGlynn's ball as it's bogged down along the touchline. A free kick for Cedar Stars. The 42nd minute. Chance to flight this one into the mix if Bruno chooses. They're spread out across the line, getting ready to get on the end of this free kick. Cedar Stars. Oh, it's a great ball played in. It's still dangerous, takes a deflection. And this will roll out for a corner kick. second of the game for the New Jersey side. So it's Bruno coming over to take it. Nick LaBracca saying of Bruno that she's the core leader of the group by both example and speaking up when necessary. He's looking to lead the team to the opening goal from this corner kick. It's a good ball sent in. First to it and second to it, though, is Beach FC. Third ball, though, pumped back in. It skips just wide of the far post. No touch on the way through, so it will be a goal kick for Beach FC. As the first ball was headed out, second ball was helped on, but it fell to Silverman. The second time, she's almost picked out that corner. Just wrapped her foot around the ball a bit too much as she went to hit it. Silverman's done an excellent job of ghosting in to the box. That's the second time that she's done that and has gotten off a shot. The high pressure for Cedar Stars paying off. It will be a throw-in for Beach FC, but it is deep in their end. And it's another throw-in for McGlynn. Stepping in is Theobald. Rolls down the line and into touch. A chance could be on here, swept clear. McGlynn brings it down. And this will be a goal kick as we're into the final minute of the opening 45. Getting word that there's going to be 2 minutes of stoppage time. And the squeeze again, locking in Beach FC. Yoakum's cross. Nobody in green and black at the top of the box as Escandon rolls it forward. DeMello. So good with the ball at her feet, DeMello, but she couldn't squeeze it through for Cahalan. McKinn skips past the first challenge. Down the line, looking for the run of Gamero. And Gaston calls off all comers. And Curcio shields off Gamero to make sure that it rolls into the hands of her keeper. So into first half stoppage time. Sent forward by Degnan. Yoakum making the overlapping run instead of the ball played at the top of the box, where it's cleared away by Bloom. And Agizi wins the free kick. Theobald the guilty party. Agizi. Good recovery by Yoakum. Agizi zips it over to the far side. DeMello wants to run again. Leaves it off for Koumans, circles back. Koumans tried to thread it through to Priest. Spinning is Agizi and pulls her shot just wide of the target. Into the final 30 seconds, the minimum 2 minutes of stoppage time. Agizi so good at picking out players with a pass. Gamero wins the free kick. Last chance for Beach FC to see if they can steal a goal before halftime. what has been a box-to-box affair between the California and New Jersey clubs. DeMello's over it. Have a feeling Aguizi might touch it short to her down the line. Either way, it'd be Aguizi with the left footer, DeMello with the right. It's going to be DeMello with the right. It's into a dangerous area, but quickly off her line is Gaston, and that will be the last action of the first half. Beach FC did have an opportunity from the spot, but Claire Gaston at full stretch denying Gamero, and it is 0-0 at halftime. We're going to take a break, but we'll be back with you for the second half between Beach FC and Cedar Stars Academy as we're scoreless at the break. Beach FC set to get the second half underway. Substitutions at halftime for both sides. It's Beach FC making a goalkeeper change with Samantha Giacone coming off and Zora Standifer coming on. Standifer very strong in the air and good with the ball at her feet. She is committed to Long Beach State. Well, for Cedar Stars, Mia Agresti has come back in to replace Shea Yoakum. Well, also coming on is Helene Tiberzi. Tiberzi coming on for Kelly Dengman. Final 45 minutes in Group G. Escandon. Fisher trying to nip in. A draw will be enough to see Cedar Stars through. Beach FC need all 3 points if they're going to go into the last 8. As the Priest plays it back. Agizi was looking to get it through for Gamero. And this will be a throw-in on the far side for Beach FC. Quickly taken from McGlynn. Rolled over for Escandon. Out wide for Kumans. Kumans unable to sort her feet out, so it's going to be a throw-in for Cedar Stars Academy. It's a throw-in taken by Silverman. He's done a good job of getting into the attack, Aubrey Silverman. As Bloom gets it back for Coran. Over for McGlynn. Out wide for Agizi. And Agizi spins. He's looking to get down the line. Snuffed out by Cedar Stars. Bruno turns. Into the middle for Capodano. She's dispossessed. It's DeMello. One back by her opposite number. Bruno looking over the top for Fisher. Flag stays down as Fisher gets to it. Coran policing her. And Coran swipes it off the boot of Fisher and forward on the far side for Agizi. She's confronted by Theobald, who wins back for Cedar Stars Academy. But the ball cleared the other way by McGlynn. Punched back over, and McGlynn will let this run out for a throw-in. Jeff Joyner's side has just 14 players on the active roster. It's been that way for the majority of the season for them. It's a team that has finished in the top 3 of the vaunted Southwest Division for the last 3 seasons. As it's Escandon getting forward. And one of the things these coaches talk to you about is so much about getting their players out of their comfort zone and seeing how they handle diversity. This is a Beach FC side that knows something about that. Had 2 players that left in January for different circumstances, and Jeff Joyner's side responded by going on a 6-0-1 run as part of working their way into the playoffs. Cahalan trying to battle her way through. Cedar Stars Academy-Monmouth come away with it as Theobald gets it out wide. Nice little move to get past Agizi. Zipped into the feet of Fisher, going to bring it under control. And now it's DeMelo to go the other way. Slides it in for Kumans in the channel. Kumans plays it across. And this one hit off the top of the flag. It's going to be a corner kick for Beach FC. Kumans has been so dangerous when she's gotten the ball in the wing. And she wins the 3rd corner kick of the game for the side from Long Beach. Driven in. And punched away by Gaston. DeMelo pumps it right back into the danger area. Falls for DePriest. Her shot is blocked. McGlynn flies in to head it. And the offside flag stays down, as this one will roll out for a goal kick. Gaston will set up the goal kick on the other side. Oh, that's a heavy challenge. And it will be a free kick for Beach FC. DePriest getting forward. Is this free kick getting ready to be swung in? It's Geezy who's over it. This one driven to the top of the box, just skips past the feet of DePriest, and Gaston falls on it. DePriest wins the first one, but Cedar Stars win the second. This one for Drone to chase, is able to keep it in. Good spin from Elizabeth Droner. Droner skips past the challenge to DeMelo. Crosses it before Eskandon can get on her. Cahalan. Down the line, looking for them with Gamero. But Frick is over to make the play. And forward by Taberzi. Throne will come back to Taberzi. The second half sub will get it back to her keeper. Gamero providing pressure. Gaston gets her over to the far side. Karan doing the defending. And she'll find her keeper and Standifer. One in midfield by Capodano. And over the top looking for Fisher. Battle between the number twos is won by McGlynn. Not allowed to get her clearance off, but it will be a goal kick for Beach FC. Standifer will play it short. This is Taylor Bloom. U.S. Youth International brings it forward. Steps into midfield. Too far for DeMelo. Thumped forward. And Eskandon plays it up the line. Taberzi. Slides in the feet of Theobald, but her pass back is cut off by Gamero. Gamero gets by one. A good recovery speed on the far side to win the ball back for Cedar Stars Academy. Fisher making a run. Fisher tried to let it run, but Karan was wise to it. Ball rolls underneath the foot of Igizi, and it's for Fisher on the near side again. Met by Karan. And this time, it'll be a throw-in. Played to the back post, looking for the run of Droner. Just couldn't direct it on target. And poked away by Eskandon. Plenty of scouts sitting right behind where this throw is going to be taken. Over 20 of U.S. Soccer's talent identification staff are in Oceanside for these playoffs and showcase. 4 in attendance for this one. Kumans has space to run. Tiberzi squares up to her. Kumans drifts inside. The clearance comes right to the feet of Iskandon. She'll roll it across for Karan. And now Karan steps into the attack, but her pass is picked off by Capodanno. Iskandon rolls it inside to the Priest. To Priest. Iskandon wants it on the near side, and she gets it. Forward for DeMelo. DeMelo takes on Silverman, gets the byline, tries to pull it across. And Gaston picks it up before it rolls over the end line. No, says the assistant referee. It's going to be the second corner kick of the half for Beach FC.
Tight on your mark. Tight.
Driven in. Well, there's a lot to bounce in the box. They're still battling for it. And it'll be a free kick for Cedar Stars Academy as Bruno was brought to ground. Gaston's goal kick in the 57th minute. This time the foul will be against Droner. So DeMelo will take this free kick. Looks back and waits for instructions from her head coach, Jeff Joyner. Now Iskandon joins her. Cedar Stars Academy-Monmouth were wise to it. So she'll leave it off, and it's driven in by DeMelo. Stooping header clear. One back by Iskandon. Iskandon allowed to run. Tried to slide it through, but it will roll out for a goal kick. So Gaston elects to take this goal kick on the other side, so everybody will shift over. On the bench, Cedar Stars Academy-Monmouth look like they're getting set to make a substitution. The player has the card in hand that she will hand to the fourth official. So it changes in the offing for the New Jersey side. They're flying forward, and this will be a free kick for Cedar Stars Academy. And Fisher, slow to get up, looks to be okay. As it's Grace Gisoldi who's getting set for action along the Cedar Stars bench. We'll have to wait till the next dead ball. There's Tiberzi making her way into the box. Now Bruno gets ready to send it in. Launch to the top of the box, gets the flick on, but the offside flag is up. No, the referee points to the spot for a handball. A penalty for Cedar Stars Academy. And a chance to take the lead on the hour mark in Oceanside as the free kick was sent in. Oh, and it did hit the hand once again. I don't think the defender knew much about it, but her hand was in an unnatural position. So unlucky, so harsh, but by letter of the law, I don't think the ref had any other choice. He could say it was more ball to hand than hand to ball. Nevertheless, wasn't an unnatural position. And now Grace Gisoldi is getting set to come in for Paige Theobald. Theobald comes off to warm applause from the fans. Meanwhile, it is Wendy Fisher looking for her 6th goal of these playoffs. This would in essence be a 2-goal cushion for Cedar Stars. So it's Gisoldi versus Standifer. And Gisoldi skies it, or excuse me, Fisher skies it. And so it remains 0-0 just past the hour mark in Oceanside as Wendy Fisher puts her penalty over. Was looking for that upper corner where the shot was always rising, and it remains 0-0 into the final 30 minutes. Droner. Gamero to pick up the pieces in midfield and go the other way for Beach FC. And good defending from Tiberzi. So Escandon getting the ball. She'll take this throw in. Both sides have missed the penalty, and we remain scoreless on match day 3 in Group G. As Silverman wins it and sends it forward for Cedar Stars. Droner shielding. Kuman's unable to battle her way through, and it's off of DePriest last. Bruno with a little touch back. Down the line looking for Fisher. He's not going to get the free kick, much to the chagrin of the Cedar Stars bench. And it's Bloom to bring it forward for Beach FC. Karan. Inside for DePriest. Finds the feet of DeMelo. DeMelo running right at the defense. Leaves it off out wide for Kumans. And the cross is cut out by Frick. Gamero hits it off of Tiberzi, so it'll be another corner kick, 5th of the game for Beach FC. Geezy coming over as a short option. And instead, it's going to be flighted into the mix. That's a good ball. Takes a touch of the back post, and Beach FC have their noses in front. Believe it was Cahalan who was quickest to it. Tanner Cahalan with her 3rd goal of the season. And now it's Beach FC who have a foot in the quarterfinals. No one picked her up, and she poked it home. Now, what will the response be from Cedar Stars? Been resilient all season. Can they come back and get level in Oceanside Remember, a draw would be enough for the side from Tinton, New Jersey to go through to the quarterfinals, but they find themselves down 1-0 to Long Beach. Droner runs into the double team. Gisoldi smartly back for Tiberzi. Over for Curcio. Leaves it off on the far side. Early ball sent in. Fisher's there just over her head and into the arms of Standifer. Beach FC is so comfortable in possession, and the 1-0 lead suits them well. Can move the ball around, be patient in their build-up, pick and choose their times to try and poke and prod at the back line of Cedar Stars. And they've won a free kick in midfield. Top of the box, DeMello thought about the shot. Plays it for Koumans. She zips it across. Gamero's all alone. It's 2. Gamero makes amends for her earlier penalty miss and gets her 22nd goal of the season. It was Koeman's service, and Gamero smashes it into the roof of the net. And in the blink of an eye, Beach FC have a 2-0 lead. Priest intercepts, gets it back for her captain, Escandon. Forward for Koumans. Koumans, such a good wide player. So good at getting the ball and cutting inside, taking players on. But there she showed that she also has the ability to serve in balls. Pinpoint accuracy onto the feet of Gamero. Forward still had it all to do. A good first touch to settle, and then the rest of it was easy. Escandon. Koumans. Into the feet of Igizi. Skips past one challenge. Was trying to find the feet of Cahalan. Bruno spins over the top, looking for Fisher. Bloom is there. And good defending from Bloom. Karan has to track it down. Gets there before Gisoldi. Forward for DePriest. And she picks out Escandon. We'll send it back across for Karan. And now Karan invited to bring the ball forward. DeMello pops up, the pocket of space. Through for Koumans. Koumans gets around one, plays it to the back post. It's the exact same play. It's Gamero with her second and Beach FC's third. perfectly weighted ball into the feet of Kumans. One touch to get around Tiberzi and squared across for Gamero to tap into the empty net. It was all the work of Kumans. The first goal came from a corner kick. And then I was thinking, if there is to be a goal from open play for Beach FC, it's most likely going to come off the boot of Kumans, creating something. And she has done that for 2 goals in the space of 3 minutes. Both of them latched onto by Carmen Gamero. So Dignan has gone up top for a 3-woman front line for Cedar Stars. '72nd minute, and Beach FC have exploded for 3 goals in the space of 6 minutes. Cahalan tapping home from a corner kick in the 64th, and then carbon copy goals. Kumans breaking down the right and crossing for Gamero. Jordan Ferrero is going to come on for Cedar Stars Academy as she replaces Kate Capodano. So Ferrero on for her 13th appearance of the season and her 3rd appearance off the bench in these playoffs. Ferrero has also played 10 games for the U-18-19s this season for Cedar Stars Academy-Monmouth. This ball comes back to Gaston. The Priest whistle for the foul. The free kick quickly taken. The Priest spins away from traffic. Off for Gizi. Back to McGlynn. And this will be a free kick as Degnan commits the foul. DeMelo invited to run at the back line. Top of the box, Cahalan. Holds it up for Gizi, swept clear, only as far as the Priest. Eskandon screaming for it, and the Priest finds her. Love the way that the Priest links the play between defense and attack. This time, inviting a defender to join the attack in Eskandon. And DeMelo, little layoff for Kumans. Her cross comes in. And the Priest touch a bit too heavy. Eskandon. They're full of confidence now, Beach FC, as they win the free kick. And Gabriela Colados is getting set to check in. First, it'll be a free kick. Colados will get to come on before it's taken, as it's Tanner Cahalan's number who's up. As things stand, Cahalan has the game-winning goal for Beach FC as she got them on her way. It was her touch to put the ball in the back of the net that set Beach FC off for 3 goals in the space of 6 minutes. Cahalan has been excellent in the center of the park today for Beach FC. She comes off to a rousing ovation and high fives and hugs from her teammates. So Gabriela Colados, Jeffrey Joyner loves her engine. She is on for her 36th appearance of the season. Colados, committed to play her college ball at Pepperdine, will come into midfield. Her first order of business is to get to the top of the box. Or actually is to be one of the two that might swing this free kick. It's played for Colados. She will roll it for DeMelo. Brought down again by Droner. And it'll be another free kick. So DeMelo is over it. Drags this one across the ground. Koumans. Hit off of Koumans' leg as it went out of bounds, so it'll be a throw-in for Cedar Stars Academy. Well, there's a really big tunnel at the entrance to this facility. And in that tunnel are all the banners of the teams who have won Development Academy championships before in the different age groups. And along the wall are a bunch of pictures and all the different history and milestones of the U.S. Soccer Development Academy. And that's something that Nick LaBracca said he really loves about it. He said you walk through and you see the history and you begin to get that feeling of pressure and know the kind of environment that you're walking into. He said it reminded him of what it was like when he used to walk out of the tunnel for games. And he said he loved that that atmosphere is created for these players. And he said you walk through the tunnel and through the USDA sign and under the tent and all the fields, there's that element and the environment of pressure that makes you feel alive. And then he said, what it teaches these kids is how can you reel in those different kind of emotions and thoughts and pressures and not let it affect you and just play your game. He said that is the greatest experience the girls will take out of this. So you come out of the tunnel for a Major League Soccer game, as he did with the likes of the Colorado Rapids, Toronto FC, Chivas USA, and the Chicago Fire, and you have the noise. You have people yelling at you, whether it be words of encouragement or otherwise. And he said, you have to let all that go. You have to let that pressure go, and you have to just step between the lines, block all that out, and play the game. And he said, this is the kind of environment that the DA is creating so that players can learn that. And his side down 3-0 here against an exceptional Beach FC side, but they have played very well in these games. They've played very well in these playoffs. We're on a 5-game winning streak coming into this one, including 3 games that they needed to win at the end of their regular season in order to make it to these playoffs, and went into the final match day with a chance to go through to the quarterfinals. But Beach FC exploding for 3 goals in the space of 6 minutes, and that's the difference. As DeMelo took a heavy challenge, but she's a tough customer and looks to be all right. Well, we said that this Beach FC side was battle-tested and ready for anything. Through the Southwest Division and the different showcases, both in Lakewood Ranch, Florida in December, and Denver, Colorado in April, that they played the top 4 ranked teams in the DA. And now this number 17 seed, Beach FC, is just 11 minutes away from going through to the last 8, the U-16-17 level. Jeffrey Joyner so proud of the way his kids have stepped up all season and dealt with those matches against the top team in the country, have dealt with adversity, have dealt with a short roster, and they've done an excellent job here in front of the U.S. Scouts and U-15 national team coach Casey Trevins. Who is helping to scout for this U-16-17 age group. It's a competition that, with the boys and the girls side over these 2 weeks, there's been over 470 registered scouts from numerous colleges and otherwise here to watch, in addition to U.S. Soccer's talent identification staff. And both of these teams have stepped up to the challenge, have handled the pressure really well, and have really excelled in this professional environment, and still fighting Cedar Stars Academy-Monmouth. It's one thing Nick LaBracca loves about his side is they win a corner kick. He said the girls stick together through thick and thin. They're positive, they grow together, they learn together no matter what. He said that's the reason they've been successful, and they continue to fight on here. Is this ball sent into the near post? And Standifer will take. LaBracca has been so proud of the spirit that his group has shown. He said how they fought for each other, especially in the first 2 games coming into this one. And they continue to battle both offensively and defensively, and they continue here as we're into the 82nd minute. And it'll be a throw-in for Colados. Easy. DeMello takes off. He got by 2, but couldn't get by the 3rd, as it was Tiberzi who pokes it away. Tiberzi's been good since coming on as a second half sub in replace of Frick. And Gaston, who has a penalty save in this match, will take the goal kick for Cedar Stars Academy-Monmouth. Played through. Standifer will let it roll into her box before picking up. Koumans is looking for it for Camaro. Koumans has 2 assists on the game for Camaro's 2 goals. They came in the space of 3 minutes. Cahalan scored off of a corner kick, and from there the floodgates opened. Koumans playing a bit more centrally now. Final 7+ minutes. That plus stoppage time that might be added on at the end of 90. And now Koumans running centrally. DeMello putting where she wants it. It's a beautifully weighted pass into her feet. DeMello skips inside. This is DeMello. Saved by Gaston. Egizi for Gamero. Almost able to pick out the far corner. Look at this silky little cutback and rolled in, but Gaston standing tall in her net. Well, DeMello deserves a goal for her enterprise today, but doesn't find on that occasion, as Gaston has made some tremendous saves this afternoon. Forward, flicked on by Fisher. Won by DePriest. DeMello. Egizi lets it run. And Koumans leaves it off for DePriest. Gets her over the far side. McGlynn on the overlap. That's well read. This ball back for Curran. Beach FC just 5 minutes away from their 18th clean sheet of the season and their 3rd straight of these playoffs. Threaded through for DeMelo. She puts it across, and that one's repelled at the near post. DeMelo will shield it out for a throw-in, and will leave this off for Colados to take. Colados. And Bruno sweeps clear. Stepping in his Bloom. Turning his Kumans. Rolls it across. Camaro. Melo to the byline. Circles back with it. Still going to Melo. Finally dispossessed. Colados got a foot in. DePriest mops up in the midfield. Onto the boot of Agizi. Agizi looking to run. Agizi! Shot flashes just wide of the near post.
All the way up. Aubrey, 3 in the back. You got 3 in the back. Come on. Chloe, you're on your own. Turn it. Turn it back.
Touched off for Fisher by Degnan. Fisher trying to work her way into the box. She's met by Bloom. Fisher able to win the ball off of Bloom. Goes down. And it will be another penalty kick. And a yellow card for Bloom. So a chance for Cedar Stars Academy to pull one back from the spot. And it's Lauren Bruno who's going to take it. Bruno, the leader of this team, with a chance to restore some hope for Cedar Stars Academy. Manalapan, New Jersey native, looking for her 7th goal of the season. Bruno off the crossbar. So unlucky, Lauren Bruno, that it remains 3-0 in the 88th minute. Cedar Stars pressing. Played over the top, headed away by Karan. Karan tracks it down in the corner. And safety first from Karan as she just shepherds it out of bounds. Well, the keeper was beaten, but the crossbar is so cruel. Fisher, unable to get by the substitute Colados. Textbook one-on-one defending from Gabriela Colados. Fisher working on her again. One such back for Gisoldi. Into the middle. Tiberzi dispossessed by DePriest. DeMelo wants it at her feet. Droner looking to run at Colados. Getting back for the double team is DeMelo. And it will be a throw-in for Droner. So Elizabeth Droner sprints over to get the ball. So shifty on the dribble, Elizabeth Droner. She wants it at her feet. It's support Droner. Bumped off by DeMelo. And this will be a throw-in for Aubrey Silverman out of Ocean, New Jersey. Would love to see Silverman serve in the ball, but they're unable to get it back to her. And it's Chloe Curcio. Curcio, Fisher brings it down. And the offside flag is up as Fisher came back from an offside position to receive that ball. Now all that's left to see is how many minutes of stoppage time will go up on the board. It's Beach FC who will march on to the quarterfinals. they go a perfect 3-0 in the group. 6 goals for and no goals against. 3 straight clean sheets for Beach FC if they can hold on here for 4 more minutes. Cedar Star side, in typical New Jersey fashion, continue to battle. It's Bruno trying to play forward for the run of Fisher. Colados punches it clear. And this one too far for DeMello to chase. Sprinting back to get it. Silverman, and she'll roll it across. Curcio plays it to the far side. Fisher over the top, and Standafor will come out. Easy. To Priest. McGlynn striding forward. We'll roll it out wide. Now they'll just hold it up in the corner. As the 2-goal hero, Gamero, has it ripped off her foot. And this will be a free kick for Beach FC, who are getting ready to make another substitution as Sophia Carruthers is getting set to check in. So Carruthers will come on for DeMello. DeMello has been excellent today. She won a penalty early on and then played the balls, which found Koumans, from which Koumans served for Gamero to score. If this were hockey, DeMello would have 2 second assists this afternoon. It was her moves that opened up the space for Koumans to play it across the box for Gamero. So an excellent shift put in by Michaela DeMello. And this one by McGlynn. Nice little Cruyff to spin. Still McGlynn goes forward. Plays it to the top of the box. It falls for Gamero. Hat trick. The 24th goal of the season for Gamero. That's the way to end the group stage and give your side some confidence heading into the quarterfinals. Perfectly placed from Gamero as she feathers it into the corner. Gamero in the 67th, the 70th, and the 90 plus 3. And it is 4-0 Beach FC. But they do have a corner kick to defend as they look to keep their clean sheet intact. Curran to the top of the box. And the shot over Standafor's goal. And this goal kick from Zora Standafor should do it. Carson native telling her defense to get up. She knows that once she drills it into midfield, that it should be all over. Well, and still we play. Now the referee checks his watch, and Beach FC is through to the quarterfinals. It was a really close game until the Long Beach side exploded for 3 goals in the space of 6 minutes, starting with Cahalan punching home from close range off of a corner kick, and then Koumans twice breaking down the right-hand side, crossing for Gamero to score 2 goals in the space of 3 minutes. And Gamero would get her hat trick in stoppage time. And it's Beach FC with a 4-0 win who head on to the quarterfinals. Well, that will do it for us, but for tomorrow, we will have the U18-19 Girls Championship match, that at 5:30 Pacific, 8:30 Eastern, as it's Midwest United versus the San Diego Surf. Stay with us as we are going to go fieldside and talk to some of the Beach FC players, but for now, from the booth, I'm Mark Serber saying so long from Oceanside, where it finishes Beach FC 4, Cedar Stars Academy-Monmouth 0. Here with hat-trick hero Carmen Gamero. First of all, congratulations on making it through to the quarterfinals. What, if any, adjustments did you guys make at halftime that allowed you to explode for 3 goals in 6 minutes and then eventually get that 4th?
I think our coach just, kind of helped us identify the open spaces, and we decided that the midfield was going to try to shift a little bit more because they were man marking, and it opened up spaces in from behind and allowed for us to, get the ball in behind and score a couple of goals.
And the 2 goals were very similar. I mean, what kind of connection do you have with Koumans?
Koumans, Drew and I are we're really good friends, and we obviously practice every single day together, and we just have a good understanding of where we're at. So she's very much the player to get down the line and cross it in, and I'm the person who finishes. I just know where to be because we practice it so often.
And what were your emotions when you heard that final whistle and you knew that Beach FC was going through to the quarterfinal?
So happy because this season, we were kind of, we had ups and downs. It was a lot harder than last season. So to be through to the quarterfinals for a second time is really kind of just a dream come true in a way. It's really exciting.
Well, congratulations. Go celebrate.
Thank you.